What's up guys, it's Eden. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my setup for my 2020-2021 school bullet journal and also showing you guys my September plan with me. As always, everything will be listed down below, and so let's just get right on into the video. First things first, we need to set up that first page where you just write your name, and so that is what I am doing here. And here is that result. Then I went and started setting up my actual title page, and this just says welcome to the school year. Also, I'm sorry the lighting kept being weird and shifting throughout this whole video, so I really apologize for that. And then after that spread, I started setting up my grid spacing guide. This is a very common spread. It is kind of complicated and it is also very tedious. This spread, however, is probably the most helpful and I highly recommend doing it, and there are many videos on the glorious YouTube explaining how this works. Here I actually messed up when I was in pencil, and so I had to fix that because I started going over it in pen, and then I realized that I miswrote the numbers here, and so you can see me dealing with that right here. And this is how the spread turned out. Alrighty, next I started setting up my key page. This is the system I've been using for the last 3 years in school, and it has worked wonders for me. This key I actually drew ahead of time. Actually, everything I drew ahead of time because I cannot freehand. And so this is just my little key page. So as you guys can probably see, I actually traced every single spread this time out in pencil before I actually recorded this, because if I showed that, it would take forever and this video would be a lot longer. And so I'm just going over everything in a micron pen. As I said, everything that I used will be listed down below in the description box. Also, I do want to acknowledge the fact that this does actually take a long time, and I know that also a lot of people think that this is very extra, but if it brings you joy, who cares what others think? And drawing and taking this much time out with planning and making these spreads brings me a lot of joy. So yeah. Also, I know a lot of people like to keep their actual setup pages very minimalistic and then add more colors in the monthly spreads. However, I am not one of those people. I like having a lot of color all throughout my bullet journal. I feel like it makes it look a lot more put together. So you guys will be seeing that I use a very neutral color scheme throughout all of these pages. Here I am just setting up my year at a glance page, and this page is not very functional besides the usage of using it as a reference guide, so you don't have to look at your phone every single time you want to make a calendar. But besides that, it doesn't serve much purpose, but it is very, very satisfying to look at all those numbers because it takes a very long time to do. spread is actually probably my favorite color-wise, also just the way that it turned out overall, and I feel like it is going to be used a lot this year. I'm going to be putting a piece of washi tape on the left side of the spread because these are going to be spreads that I reference most, so that I can just flip to it real quickly without having a bookmark that's going to get wrecked. Alright, so now I'm setting up my YouTube video idea page. This is a very, very handy page for me because I want to be able to jot down any YouTube video idea that I have any time of the day, and so this page is used a lot. Now I am going to be setting up my books to read page. I really love reading. I do not do it often enough, but I always have books that I am suggested and I don't really have a place to write it down. I do use the app Goodreads and I like that, but I feel like this is more in my face and I see it more than opening that app. Next, I just have a quote page. It did not turn out as well as I wanted it to, but it definitely goes with the color scheme, and I feel like it's kind of cute, but not as cute as I wanted it to be. This just says, be passionate and be involved in what you believe in, and do it as thoroughly and honestly and fearlessly as you can. I found this quote on Pinterest, and I really like it, so that is what I wrote down. Okay, so now we are moving on to the September section of this video. This theme is kind of weird, but so am I, so whatever. This is a retro wilderness theme, that is what I'm calling it, and I feel like some of the elements, like the little swirly kind of flowery things, look like egg yolks. Not necessarily egg yolks, they just look like eggs, and I feel like the actual image and quote page on the left did not turn out as well as I wanted it to. I feel like I messed up and I went with it. I colored in the background of the page and it did not turn out how I wanted it to, but I feel like it's still kind of cute. But the actual September part I feel like turned out well, and yeah, so here is this spread setup. Also, I just want to say that anybody can do this. Honestly, it's mostly just scribbling and swirls and weird abstract-y figures. And for colors, I am honestly just using Crayola Super Tips, which are not very expensive, and you can get a lot of colors with that. So that is what I'm using for this setup. Just everything, I'm just using Crayola Super Tips. Next, I am just setting up my habit tracker. Honestly, I don't have a lot of habits that I need to track, so I just am tracking drinking the right amount of water, working out, and doing my physical therapy, which are kind of just one, doing my skincare, reading because I want to be more consistent on that, playing Animal Crossing because my sister keeps yelling at me to give her fossils, so I definitely want to stay up to date on Animal Crossing, and also it's just fun and something relaxing to do, so if I can do that more frequently, then heck yeah. And then of course just eating healthy, which everybody kind of struggles with, and so I'm just tracking those things. So this is my habit tracker. And then I have my mood tracker, which I'm just going to track how my day was, and I just drew a bunch of the blobs and I'm just going to color in the blobs correlating to the numbers that I'm writing in. Next up, I just have my monthly spread, which if you are in school and you have large handwriting like me, like my handwriting is ginormous normally when I'm just writing, you need the most amount of space possible with your monthly spread. So you actually have room for events and multiple events and assignments written on this monthly spread. So I tried to make this as large as humanly possible to fit in this little A5 notebook. I'm also using a ruler because I cannot make a straight line for the life of me right now. And then also I just did some faux calligraphy up in the top for September, and then I just have goals written down in the bottom right corner along with some more trees and a little blob. The next spread that I'm making here is called Who I Want to Be in September 2020, and this is basically just for manifestation and is also just some more goals and also drawn out goals, which is awesome because let's spark that creativity up and utilize it in our journal. So this spread, I just did some drawings and I wrote next to it about the drawings, and I feel like it turned out very cute. Next up, I have my YouTube tracker, which is where I just write down the videos that I am planning on posting on each day. Speaking of which, I am now planning on uploading every single Monday, and then if I have time and I have a video ready, I will post an additional one on Thursday. I really want to be more consistent on my uploading schedule, so this is going to help me with that, and I'm super excited with how this spread turned out. I know that this theme is super random and does not necessarily go together, but I feel like it kind of worked out in my favor. Who knows? You guys can probably be the judge of that better than I can because I'm probably way more biased than all of you. However, this is going to be my September setup pages, and this is all. I actually do not set up weekly spreads until that week comes around, just because I set things up how I feel that week, or if I do things daily because I don't actually have enough space with my week, then I set that up on that individual day. I think I am done. Wow. My hands are tired. Alrighty folks, this is our September and new bullet journal flip through for 2020-21, and I am super excited with how these spreads turned out. Yes, they were quirky and weird, but so am I. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this setup, and if you did, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up and subscribe for new videos every Monday and sometimes every Thursday. Also, make sure you guys check out my other social media. It will be on the screen right now, and it's always down in the description box as well, so definitely check that out. I love talking to you guys over on there. Also, if you guys have any more requests or questions, of course, let me know down in the comment section. And also, all of the supplies used today are linked down in the description box. You guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.